Hello everybody, Chris Campbell here. Tonight we have on the cask a very high proof top end bourbon on the table. Now a lot of you, if you're familiar with a very high proof bourbon, this is definitely one of those, and they are never the same proof. Each bottle is always going to be different. The reason for that is this particular bottle was bottled in 2012. And it has been stored and then just released January the 2nd, I think it says, or 3rd, January 3rd. So this is over 12 years old. It was originally aged for 10 years in a cast oak barrel, charred barrel. And if you look at the proof, they handwrite them out at the distillery. This is a 118.2 proof. Alcohol volume is 59.10%. It came from barrel number 17773. It's uncut, unfiltered. It is crafted in Memphis. It's a straight bourbon whiskey, and it's made by Blue Note Juke Joint Whiskey. And it also has the award on the side, hand selected by Liquor Express for single barrel. So I'm going to bring that up where you can see it. The proof, and the AVL, and the barrel number. And then the gold sticker for hand select. So, this particular bottle sells for about $45 here at my stores. And a little bit of rich history on the back. It says the Blue Notes were born in the 1920s of the streets of Memphis, Tennessee. It recasts from the blues. You will have the hint of robust flavors once your palate has touched the godness of the whiskey. It is completely uncut, unfiltered. It is straight from the barrel to the bottle, and aged to perfection another 10 years before releasing. So this is probably, I'm not going to say for sure, but if they're aged in the barrel for 10 years and then they're bottled and then stored and aged another 12, we're looking at about a 22-year bottle. So without any further ado, let's open her up and see how she tastes. That is a very sweet smell. Alright. So the color is really dark and mellow. Or I should say bright, not dark. So we're going to open it up a little bit. And then with this being a high proof, you want to let a lot of that ethanol hint burn off before you go jamming your nose into it. So open it up just a little. Ooh. Wow. So you can definitely smell the charred oak. You can smell citrus. Vanilla, it smells like. I'm also getting a hint of banana. Also maybe an orange or tangerine smell. And kind of like a syrupy smell to it too. Alright, so let's see how she tastes. Wow, now that is smooth. I was kind of worried about the high proof, being 118.2, I think it was. Yeah, 118.2. Boy, that is smooth. If you're familiar with Booker's bourbon, they sell for about $100 to $120 a bottle. As a matter of fact, I have one right there on my wall. It's what they call the dual of Booker's. I would have to say this is by far beating Booker's. The flavor is just amazing. So you have the oak, you have the vanilla, you have citrus, you have like a creamy type texture. There's that little chill with the burn, but not too bad. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I definitely would give this a 10. I would not use this as an everyday bourbon. I would do this only for like special events, parties, and I would use this very sparingly as a sipping bourbon. With it being a high proof, you're going to feel the effects a lot sooner, quicker than you may think. Now, for cigars, if you're interested in what would pair good with this, since this is a very high proof, I would probably go on the lower spectrum of the cigars. That way you can expand and spread out the chart a little bit, the spectrum of it, if you will. So I would probably go with a champagne wrapper made by Perdomo. I think it's called the Perdomo Champagne Edition cigar. And I would go with a Robusto because you don't want more than a 2-ounce pour in an 8-hour period of this high proof. So a Robusto, 1 2-ounce pour, perfect. I would also probably go with something like a Connecticut or a let's say maybe a Habana wrapper cigar would also be one of my top go-tos for this. But as far as flavoring and mixing and pairing, definitely the Perdomo Champagne cigar. Well, I hope you enjoyed this reviews of the Blue Note Juke Joint Whiskey, 118.2. If I can be any more service, please stay tuned and watch some of my other reviews and videos on high-end whiskeys and bottom shelf whiskeys and bourbons. If you have one that you would like for me to review and try, hit me up and send me a message. I would be glad to try it and put it in my collection. So have a wonderful evening.